Are we walking? She says, we're walking and we're talking. Are we going to show off some of the habitat modifications you received recently, Miss Lucy? She says, yes, sir. I might even do some demonstrating, some showcasing. Hello and welcome, everyone. I know, Miss Lucy. She says, I think I have an empty tummy and that I'm ready for lunchtime. And I think your caretakers will be here in no time, Miss Lucy. Hello and welcome everyone to a live post here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. We are live with Miss Tiger Lucy. I see Miss Winona across the way. Lucy grumbling, groaning, doing her tiger moves as usual. And hey, today is Thursday. Of course, we can normally expect a Wildcat wrap up today. But Tammy is out of the office today. So hey, you're stuck with me on this Thursday. So nonetheless, we are still going to enjoy ourselves on a live here, visiting with some of the cats. Good afternoon, Kendra Ditto. How are you doing? Jim Brill and Jay is in the house. Glad you're checking in from New Jersey, Jim. I see you, Miss Lucy. And understandably so, I can tell Miss Lucy is kind of waiting on mealtime here, and she's giving me a certain look in that eye that I can tell. She says, is it lunchtime yet? But surely, Miss Lucy, your caretakers will be here in no time. Lisa Wallstrom wishing a good morning to Lucy here. Thank you for that, Lisa. Maria Vaughn, hello, Judson, cats, and doggy. Saying hi to the TWS trifecta. Thank you for that, Maria. Kind of, maybe slightly overcast, but a really kind of mild day temperature-wise, Miss Lucy. And really just kind of another wonderful spring day here at the sanctuary. Happy to be live here with this special gal. And I think we're going to kind of cruise around a little bit. I did get to see Eurasian lynx Kimba, who's right across the way. And unfortunately, right as I was about to start my live, she kept on strutting her stuff, and I think she's in her bungalow in her shift, but I still might check back on her. I think we have a lazy Winona here. Good morning, Lori Heath, saying, finishing my breakfast in Morro Bay, California on vacation. Well, sweet, Lori. What a great way maybe to start the day. I'm excited that I'm sure you have a fun, full day of vacation activities planned. Maybe some hiking, sightseeing, eating, you name it. I always do a little bit of a kind of ceremonial vacation after Miracle Match. We know that we've been driving the Miracle Match campaign and matching donations, and now we're in triple match donations here at the sanctuary for the last 2 months. And I always like planning a little fishing trip later in the spring once Miracle Matches wind down, and thinking April 30th is right around the corner. Time for me to get a little vacay in, Miss Winona. Maria Vaughn, our goal this week is to help fund a new roof for our small cat track building. I may be a ways away from the small cat track building, but we have featured that building, kind of talked about this week's Miracle Match goal in detail over a couple of live posts this week. Maria Vaughn, you sharing 200 stars for that goal. Thank you for that. Much appreciated. Maria P saying, hi, Judson. Hi, Lucy. Hey, Maria. Glad to have you with us. And there's Miss Winona looking regal as well from the top of her platform. Putting her head down too. I'm going to keep kind of cruising around this side. I see Alana and Aurora up and at 'em across the way. Elsbeth Anderson saying hi there. Hi, Elsbeth. Love that name too. Very pretty. About 48 of you joining us here today. Happy Thursday. We're almost through the week. And next week, we'll bring the final week of Miracle Match. This would be the final full week of Miracle Match. April 30th at the stroke of midnight. You guys know the drill. Your donations will cease to be tripled, which is why we're going to be trying our best to be beating the drum on this opportunity while it lasts. And I do have my good water shoes on. But I always love our cats showing off their inner predator. And that was Miss Aurora, who saw me, I wouldn't say struggling, but kind of wonkily walking across that little patch of meadow there, and she sees that I'm kind of looking at my feet and not at her, that I'm kind of off balance, and spring, up she comes to greet me. And I can guarantee you, if there wasn't a habitat wall, she would have come to greet me all the way, and in very much in a lion fashion. Her sister Alana taking a little bit more of a passive approach there in the background. Put 400 stars on today's post. Thank you for those who've maybe given another stars gift. That's one of the cool things that Facebook. Oh, that's you, Maria, giving even more stars. Another 200 stars. That's one of the fun things that Facebook does allow us as a nonprofit, is a variety of ways for your support to be given to the cats here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. Those Facebook stars being awesome. We know that fancy dancy donate button that's right here on this Facebook post as well. And we just appreciate the variety of ways that you guys support us. And thank you again for that, Maria. Another 900 stars. If I can click on this. From Patty Ray, we have 500 total stars. Thank you, Patty. That's awesome. So much appreciated. I think we're in a stars party. Can I click this thing? Maybe not. Howdy from Hudson, says Melissa Smith. I'm about 2 miles southeast of you right now. Look at that, Melissa. That's right. I often say, you're Hudson, Wisconsin, that is. I often say that, at least in the location that we are, and I'm down in Pine City, for example, where I live, and kind of have more in common with our Wisconsin neighbors than our fellow Minnesotans. We're right here along the border. There's the St. Croix River, which kind of runs the border of Wisconsin and Minnesota in this part of the state. So you're right, you're not far away from us. And Wisconsin, speaking of fishing lions, is always a frequent pit stop for me. It's a hop and a skip from my house, actually. Hearing a little construction happening across the way, too. There's Miss Alana doing some sauntering over. Holy cow, look at this, everyone. Thank you. We are really celebrating the star shower that's happening right now. Patty Ray with another 500 stars. Those stars, 1 star equaling 1 cent. And thank you for that $5 gift, Patty. This is so wonderful. We're going to get a little lion stock happening here. Bonjour, Jeremy, I apologize, Jeremy, from France, saying you love animals, bravo. Glad to have you, Jeremy. So happy to see the stage, the global stage that our rescues get to perform on for everyone, and teach them about how they got here to the Wildcat Sanctuary, them being rescues, how their life here at the sanctuary is so special thanks to the support of people like you watching. And how we want to make a difference for the cats here. We want to make a difference for these rescues yet to come to the Wildcat Sanctuary. So it's just so cool to think about the size of megaphone that we have sometimes, Miss Aurora. And how fortunate we are for that, too. Andrea Johnson saying, love these goofy girls. They are goofy. Goofy, rambunctious, wild. It's always worth pointing out why these gals have no kind of larger boomer balls that we might see in other yards, for example, like this red one across the way, and why these gals are only allowed smaller balls and that large tipsy titan you see in the background, that blue ball. I don't know if you can see, and we've been able to catch some of these moments on a live and on some video, and we've since kind of put some extra cattle panel to enforce the corner of the habitat here. But long and short, these girls, they play hard, and, well, when lions play hard, they play hard, and they're knocking that ball at such a high velocity that it's kind of bouncing against the corner of the habitat wall, and you're seeing a little the structural integrity is there, but still just an indication as to the type of pace, the type of velocity, and just the overall strength that a lion recreates at. It's pretty intense. This is nice to see the leftovers of enrichment in some of the yards. I know that these two had that paper set up for the video, and then of course you come back about an hour later, and they've already had a blast with it. Let's see who else is watching here. Good morning, Tana, our neighbor over in Wisconsin. Pat Neville asking, where are you located? Pat, we are located in Sandstone, Minnesota. About an hour north of the Twin Cities, and the most important part about answering that type of question of where we're located is we're not open to the public. That's one of the wonderful things about our sanctuary, is that we are a forever home for our rescued wildcats, not a menagerie or zoo or anything like that. It's one of the special things that I know many of our supporters identify within the Wildcat Sanctuary, is that we're closed to the public because we're here to serve the cats, and knowing that humans coming in and trafficking the sanctuary might be a disservice to our rescues, especially the lion that I'm looking at right now, Miss Sophie, is one of the important things about knowing where the Wildcat Sanctuary is, that we are closed to the public, and boy, oh boy, we appreciate your love and support from afar. And I appreciate your love from afar, because that's another thing about the Wildcat Sanctuary. You're never going to see us coming into contact with any of our rescues, petting them, treating them, like a dog or a cat you have at home. They're wild animals, and they're going to be respected as such here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. Bria MacArthur saying, hi all, there's Debbie Sams. Hi, Debbie. I was thinking of Brianna this morning because I was looking at Brianna the bobcat, and again, I kind of, I don't want to say tease, but just illuminated on a potential merge happening in small cat track earlier this week on one of my lives, and Brianna being involved with that. So hi, Debbie, and send my best to human Brianna as I'm thinking about bobcat Brianna. Daniel K saying, cool lion. She is a cool lion. She's cool. And her son Gino is just as cool as well. Jennifer Marie saying, I'm so happy to hear that you're not open to the public. That's right, Jennifer. That is, really, as I've been here at the sanctuary for 6 years now, and kind of just talking to, my friends or, kind of passerbyers that I meet, and I'm talking about the Wildcat Sanctuary, I'm able to distinguish that point that we are closed to the public, and that we are not trying to profit off of these rescues being here. We're certainly a 501c3 nonprofit, and we need your support. But the way we want to get that support is not through gate fees, not through having people coming and maybe kind of disrupting the sense of serenity that we want to establish here as a closed to the public sanctuary. So definitely something that our supporters value, and it's great to see that maybe some newcomers do value that as well. Let's see, are there any more lions around here? The girls are having a nice quiet morning. I think that's very fitting for just kind of the overall pace and the vibes here at the sanctuary. A nice quiet Thursday. I know Jesse and Bobby are doing some work over here, so I'm not going to get in their grill too much. But classic Ukraine pride, I see them doing some supervising. And Debbie, just connecting again about former media intern Brianna. You're right, Debbie. She alluded to something like that. Her and I were doing some gaming recently, and she alluded that she was closing in on a very exciting new job. So you're right. I will need to catch up with her and find out all the details about what's going on with Miss Brianna. Hi, Rayanne Roland. Glad to have you with us on this Thursday. I'm going to keep on cruising. I am hoping, because we kind of started over in Lucy's yard, that's going to be Roar Ridge right across the way. Zoom. And then that's going to be Pride Prairie, where a majority of our rescued lions are. But I mentioned that I saw rescued lynx Kimba, who certainly isn't shy, but she's selective. She's selective about when she wants to be out. She's selective about who gets to see her be out. But you can find these little kind of Goldilocks, zone time of days where Kimba will be out and about, and she was earlier before I started the live. And cats will be cats. I was looking at that big red record button, and then off she went. So let's maybe see if we can check in with Kimba. And tomorrow, and I mentioned just at the beginning of the live post, I know it's Thursday, everyone, and normally we have a Wildcat wrap-up from Tammy on Thursday, but she is out of the office today, so I appreciate everyone's patience, and we can look forward to a Wildcat wrap-up next week. Let's see if Miss Kimba is out and about. And one of the ways that I'm able to tell if Kimba is out and about is Miko and Ripley, Canada lynx, live next to Kimba, Eurasian lynx. And Miko and Ripley, they're pretty fond of their neighbor. They get very curious. They get, pretty attentive when Kimba's out and about. So I'll admit that since I didn't see Miko and Ripley moving around, that I'm not surprised I don't see Miss Kimba. I will say, everyone, check out that grass. Looking pretty green, if I may say so myself. Still got a lot of greening up to do, but nonetheless, it's amazing to see what the rain this week has done and just how that spring light switch just flips right on. It's so wonderful to see. Well, darn it. Well, it looks like Miss Kimba maybe doing her own thing, but that doesn't mean that service willing, I might hop across the way and exchange Canada lynxes, and we can see what Beauty is up to. I know that we got to update everyone on Beauty and her move back down, or rather back over to Cougar Cove, but I don't think we've got to see her on a live just yet. So let's go and see what that naughty gal's up to. Maybe even a Bella cameo. I would love to see that. All right. And welcome. If you're just joining us, everyone, happy Thursday. Happy live from the Wildcat Sanctuary. It's always worth mentioning, about 58 of you watching, that we are in the throes of a matching campaign, and not just any matching campaign, a triple match campaign where your gift goes 3 times as far for our rescues here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. A little hooing from Beauty here. I think she hears me promoting Miracle Match, and she was wanting to lend her voice to the promotion. Thank you for that, Miss Beauty. But of course, all good things have to come to an end, and Miracle Match is going to be concluding next week on April 30th. So 60 of you here, be sure to spread that word far and wide, and we're going to be able to reach some of our fundraising goals that we've set for ourselves this year in Miracle Match 2025. Always appreciate your guys' help, so thank you. And I just love this yard for Beauty too. She, the Eurasian lynx she likes to stalk. She likes to feel like a predator, and boy, oh boy, this habitat really fills in. I mean, as you can see now, even on the cusp of spring, it's already pretty filled out. And there goes Beauty the opposite direction of where I am. It is funny to see that even from afar, she'll gawk at other cats being fed. So there's caretaker Kaylin doing some feeding in Enzo and Athena's yard. I see Miss Luna, rather, wondering when it's going to be her turn. It's Claude and Luna. And then right over here, Bruno, Fiona, and Lloyd. Caretaker Tyler kind of hiding behind that tree there, monitoring those 3 feeding in their lockout. So, and there's Claude, making a little cameo appearance too. Great to see that lockout system in action as well. And that's right, Beauty, she says, hey, I'm licking my lips, I'm ready for a mealtime. And don't worry, Miss Beauty, just like all of our rescues, your meal will come in due time. Alrighty, let's see if Miss Bella is out and about and catch up on some comments. Daniel, you're always shining me. I appreciate that support. Judson, you're such a sweet man. I'm glad the cats have you around to hang with. Well, I think I'm the lucky one, Daniel, and thank you again for always praising me. And look, oh my gosh, it's Iron Bella. Dum da da dum da. Bella, do you know that you're one of my favorite cats here? She says, yeah, because I got a rude toot and I just do my own thing. And I just kind of love a cat with their own priorities, their own prerogative. And Bella is certainly one of them. And I think Bella is always easily identified by those unique ears she has. I know we're not getting the greatest look at them, but unfortunately Miss Bella suffered from chronic ear infections, which then caused some tissue damage. There we go, pretty girl. Caused some tissue damage in her ears. And so Bella, I can always recognize this pretty gal, not only from your spicy attitude and kind of steely demeanor. She's kind of like a hard-nosed detective or something. But of course from those unique ears. Oh, little bobcat pee. And thank you for that reminder as to why you would not be a good animal to share a home with. That bobcat marking is a dime a dozen. I mean, I'm sure Bella's probably already marked her entire habitat and then some so far this morning. I'm going to quickly jump over, see if I see a cougar anywhere. And then tomorrow's live post, we're going to be over in Feline Meadows. Hoping to see the Tiger Trio, Mr. Dimitri and Griffin, Tarek and Polina. Maybe a little something for Henry and Haley, if I'm not mistaken. And that will be on tomorrow's live on Friday. The last Friday of Miracle Match. Hi, Noah. I see you. It's a pretty nice day to be catching a cat nap. And already chatting away. I wish I could get a microphone on just how vocal the cougars are without actually chirping. There's always a lot of talking, you know, a lot of kind of grumbling, purring, and then kind of this it's such a unique and and admittedly cute thing that happens with these cougars. And he says, speaking of cute, let me show you my belly. And again, that's another belly that, boy, oh boy, that's the last belly I'd want to try to rub. And I know we're all animal lovers here. We see a cat belly and we get this, you know, kind of guttural instinct reaction to pet that cat belly. But here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, you all certainly know that that's just not a responsible thing to do. For both parties, for Noah's sake, a cougar like him, and for the human's sake too. And I always like pointing out kind of the pigmentation on the paws of some of the cats. So it's not always all black. You're going to see some pink pigment in the pad there next to some of that black pigment. So that's not a raw paw or anything like that. That's just a little pigmentation difference. Whoa, a big yawn from Noah. He is in napping mode. Daniel, you're asking, Judson, is Dash fully grown? Well, we were just kind of doing we're kind of going through some old Facebook videos, and we're trying to kind of date some of them, and one of them was Dash, and we were confirming when Dash was born, and Dash was born all the way back in November of 2020. So here we are in 2025, and long and short, Daniel, Dash is coming around to be a fully grown adult tiger. You know, from my untrained eye, I'd say he's just about there. And admittedly, when you see him next to neighbor Nova, his neighbor Indy, you really do get an idea for the scale of really how large Dash is. And I think if you could put him next to his dad Marcus, he'd probably be dang near just about the same size. So, you know, maybe Marcus wasn't the tallest, tiger, but he certainly had a kind of a stout nature to him, and I think Dash has achieved that, and then some. Alrighty, everyone. Happy that we had a pleasant little live post today. It may be Thursday, but tomorrow's Friday, and we have one more week, or one more day with you here in the week to spend some time with the cats, talk Miracle Match, of course, and just enjoy ourselves with the rescues that you do so much. And wow, talk about grass getting green. There's already some green popping up here in the memorial garden. It's just so cool to see what it looks like now. And, you know, if I could do like a TikTok edit and snap my fingers and boom, of just the miraculous job our team of garden volunteers does with that space. It's so cool. Came to see if I saw a wandering white tiger, Jeremy or Simon, and it doesn't look like I do. So, hey, I think we got a good dose of cats today on this live post. And happy that I got to share that healthy dose of TWS with everyone. Kelly Saylor coming in to say, good morning, my TWS family. Your first live in a long time. Well, Kelly, I am glad to have you on this live, and admittedly, I was just on the way out. But nonetheless, Kelly, we're happy to have you. It was a fun live, and I hope you'll go back and maybe watch the full thing if you have the time. But we'll zoom in to Mr. Noah here without me tripping over myself and do our final sign off. Talk about grass that needs to get more green. Now that's looking a little brown in here, Mr. Noah. Lisa Parker saying thanks for a nice stroll today. Kim K saying thanks, Judson. Thank both of you. Andrea Johnson, one of our garden volunteers. Wait till those daffodils start blooming. The Memorial Garden has the best daffodils. I love how daffodils is spelled too. Well, everyone, hey, happy Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday. We made it to the end of the week and looking forward to bringing you along with us on another live post here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. But for now, have a wonderful rest of your day, and we look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow at the Wildcat Sanctuary. See you, everyone.